Namaskara, Priya Vidyarthigale. Very good evening to all my dear students, teachers, and the school administrative department. We welcome you all to our Vidya Shakti science session. My name is Ashwita Malla, and I'm your science teacher. Hope you all are doing good. And we'll start our today's session, the continuation of previous session that is regarding force and pressure. Dear students, if you can remember and rehydrate, in the last chapter, in the last topic, we had discussed about the force and various type of contact forces. The extended session of this, a small rehydration where we spoke about the various type of contact forces in which the force comes in contact. Maybe it's a muscular force where you can see a woman drawing the water from the well. So what does she use? Her muscular force is being used. Snayu Shakti ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So this is one of the contact forces as well as friction. Friction is also a type of contact forces. Okay, so we had talked about this contact forces like mechanical and frictional forces. Now, going forward, let us understand about non-contact forces. When you were all in sixth class, you had a chapter on magnets, the evolution of the magnets, right? So, one such non-contact force is the magnetic force. Magnetic force. So your textbook it points at an experiment where you will take a pair of bar magnets and place it long side on the of the magnet over three round shaped pencils or a wooden roller, and then you bring the other end of the magnet, and when you pull, the three pencils also starts moving. When you keep a magnet like this and pull it from the other side, here there is a force exerted. The other side of the pencil starts moving. So what happened? The magnet on the rollers begin to move when the other magnet is brought near it. And does it always move in the direction of the approaching magnet? Yes, we had learned in the class 6 that like poles of two magnets ripple. If there is north and north pole, it repels. If it is north and south pole, it attracts to each other. Do you remember about this? Yes. So attraction or repulsion in the object can also be seen as another form of pull or push. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಇಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೂ ಪೋಲ್ಸ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಸೌತ್. ಇಫ್ ಐ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅನದರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಾರ್ತ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೌತ್ ಪೋಲ್ ನ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ಇಟ್ ರಿಪಲ್ಸ್, ಅದು ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್, ಸೌತ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪುಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪುಷ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು a magnet can exert a force on another magnet without being in contact with it. The force exerted by a magnet is called as non-contact force. ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಇಲ್ಲದೇನೆ ಉಂಟಾಗುವಂತಹ ಆಕರ್ಷಣೆ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಉಂಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟ್ opposite pole. So this is one type of non-contact force. The force exerted by a magnet on a piece of iron is also called as non-contact force itself. ಅದೇ ತರ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ನಾನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟಾಟಿಕ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. Electrostatic force. Now, for this, you have an activity. Take a plastic straw and cut it into two nearly equal pieces. Suspend one of the pieces from the edge of a table with the help of piece of a thread. Now, hold the other piece of straw in your hand and rub its free end with a sheet of paper. ಸೊ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಚಿಕ್ಕವರಿದ್ದಾಗ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್ ಆಟ ಅಂತ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ನೆನ್ಪಿದ್ಯಾ? ನಾವು ಚಿಕ್ಕವರಿದ್ದಾಗ, ಬಟ್ ನೀವಿನ್ನು ಚಿಕ್ಕವರೇ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ. Bring the rubbed end of the straw near the suspended straw. Make sure that the two pieces do not touch each other. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, Rub the free end of the suspended piece of straw with a sheet of paper again. Bring the piece of straw that was rubbed earlier with the paper near the free end of the suspended straw. ಏನ್ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? ಈ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಟೇಬಲ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾನ ಕಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೀಗಿಟ್ಟಾಗ ವೆನ್ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅನದರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಹಿಯರ್, you can see that a straw rubbed with paper attracts another straw but repels if it has also been rubbed with a sheet of paper. ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಶೀಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಬ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಇಟ್ ರೆಪಲ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಒಂದ್ ರಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ a straw is said to have acquired electrostatic charges after it has been rubbed with a sheet of paper. Such a straw is an example of a charged body. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಏನಿದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟಾಟಿಕ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್? ಫೋರ್ಸ್ exerted by a charged body. The force exerted by a charged body, charged or uncharged body. It is known as electrostatic force, a force exerted by a charged or uncharged body. It is known as electrostatic force. This force comes into play even when the bodies are not in contact. The electrostatic force, therefore, is another example of a non-contact force. You will learn more about electric charges in chapter 12. When you go to chapter 12, ಈ electromagnetic force, electrostatic force ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಕಲೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. But in the next class, with the help of the simulation, I'll explain you about this electrostatic force in a much easier manner. Okay, in chapter 12 also I'll be explaining the simulation, but for better understanding, in the next class I shall be explaining about electrostatic force. Okay, for now I shall end the short video here. We shall meet in the next class. Until then, take good care of yourself. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka Mate, Jai Vidya Shakti. Namaste.